Have you been thinking of transitioning from your current job into tech, but you don't know how? You might want to stick till the end of this video because I'm going to show you steps by steps on exactly how to do this transition. I mean, with ease. Welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, I'm Thierry, an internationally recognized tech expert that have helped a lot of companies reach their full potentials and individuals land their dream jobs. So if that's something you'll be interested in, consider subscribing, consider hitting the notification bell to not miss one of my videos whenever I drop it. So now let's talk about it. What is going to push someone to want to transition from his current position, whatever job he or she was doing, into tech? So there's a lot of reason why someone would like to make the change, would like to make the transition. Maybe your current position, you travel a lot, you're never home, you want to be closer to your family, you want to be closer to your kids, to your wife, for those that have one. It's not just possible, and you need a job that will permit you to work remotely. So that can be one of the reasons why someone would like to transition, right, from whatever job they're doing into tech. Another reason can be upgrade your lifestyle. You want a better paid job, which is absolutely normal. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I mean, who doesn't want more money? So you also want to swim with the sharks, right? Probably you'll be hearing about the six-figure positions, the six-figure jobs. You think it's about time for you to also get one. Now, let's talk about the different steps you can take in order for you to make the transition into tech. The very first one we're going to start with is the mentality, your mind. You're a reflection of who you are up here. All right, you are a reflection of who you are up here. Yes, up here. If up here you think it's not possible, it's never going to be possible. The reason is because so many people have built some limiting beliefs, and some of these limiting beliefs will be they think in order for you to get into tech, you need to be extra smart, you need a college degree, you need a prior background in tech, but that is not true. That is not true. The reality is whoever wants to get into tech can get into tech. It's what you want, my friend. The second step is to know what field in IT you want to transition into. I can tell you the number of people I've seen making this mistake. I myself, many years ago, when I was trying to get into tech, I made the same mistake. All right. I actually, instead of locking in one particular topic, one particular field, I was dispersed, right? So I don't want you to make the same mistake. What do I mean by that? You need to make sure you find the field that suits you, that works for you, all right? It's not because your friend is in a particular field that you necessarily like the field, all right? You might not like the field your friend is in. You might not like the field your brother is in, right? You need to find a field that works for you. Once you find that field, you go all in, you lock yourself in. Why is it so important for you to find your niche? Why is it so important for you to know the field you want to join in tech? The reason is because, my friend, there are some fields in tech that you will naturally be good at. I'm going to take an example, very easy example. If you are someone who is good at designing, for example, web development can work for you, UI designing, UX designing can work for you. If you are someone who is more inclined in the management role, product owner can work for you, project management, product manager, scrum master can work for you, agile coaching can work for you, just to name a few. If you're someone who is more on the technical side, software engineering, AWS can work for you, just to name a few. All right, so that is very vital. It's very important for you to know what field in tech works for you. So now that we have found the field in tech that works for us, the next thing to do is to do a market research. The reason why we do a market research is very important, and I'm going to tell you why. You need to know the requirements the company you want to apply for are looking for. What knowledge do they want you to have? What skills do they want you to have? And you also can check the salary. What is a salary the company is willing to give to someone they want to hire? Based on these different things, you can now capitalize on it and start preparing for it. By preparing for it, what do I mean by that? I mean studying, right? The next step is to find a platform, right, where you can get your training. There are so many platforms out there. There is Udemy, Coursera, Masterclass, just to name a few. Once you find the platform that works for you, you need to capitalize on it. What do I mean by that? You need to sit down and study. Do a thorough study. Don't study in the surface level. The problem with some of these platforms is you are not able to study deepen your understanding, right? Because this is a self-paced type of study. You study by yourself, right? So let's say if you have questions, you are not able to ask questions to people, right? You just have to look for the answers or the solutions by yourselves. But the best platforms or the best way I always encourage people to do is to find bootcamps, a reputable platform, a reputable company, reputable, group of people that can train you, okay, that you can ask questions and you can receive answers to your questions, all right? That will help you a lot. Someone that can give you some assignments, someone that can check up on you. If you don't have this system put in place, you are actually that's going to work in your disadvantage, all right? So please have it in mind. The next step is for you to get the study. I always say this, right? Nothing comes easy. Nothing good comes easy, right? If you want it, you have to put in the work, and you always have results whenever you put in the work. So now, what do you do whenever your training ends? Now that you studied, you finish your training, what do? The next thing to do is to start applying. Okay, you don't need to wait weeks or months before you start applying. You need to fix your resume, fix your profile, and start applying. Start applying on application profiles like accounts like Indeed, LinkedIn, Dice. So you need to start applying as soon as possible, all right, because your memory is still fresh from what you learned. Okay, and also to facilitate your transition, to ease the process, you need to go to events like conferences on tech, network with people, right? Network with companies, network with individuals, network with businesses that are trying to hire you, pretty much, that are trying to hire the skills and the knowledge you have. I can assure you the process is going to be as very smooth. Okay, it's not going to be as hard as you think it will be. It's going to be very smooth if you put in the work. If you put in the work, you're going to see the results. Because most people, what they like to do, they like to follow shortcuts. All right, you cannot do shortcuts here. You have to follow the entire process for this to work. Okay, let's briefly see salary-wise what is to be expected to be made. Let's go to salary.com. See business intelligence. You see how much business intelligence can make: 86 to 100k a year. All right, so this is just in average. Usually it's more than that, way more than that. Let's see what a DevOps engineer can make. That's entry level, 76,000 till up to 100k. Again, that's just the average of what is a DevOps engineer can usually actually make. Let's look at what a Scrum Master can make: 100k to 126k. That's in average. You can make more than that. Let's see what a cloud computing analyst can make: 99k. Like that's 100k. Again, that's entry level to 150k. Let's see what a product manager can make: 177k all the way to 213k. Again, I've seen people making more than that. I actually know people that makes way more than that. This is just to show you that it's very possible for you to change your career, for you to make that transition you always wanted to make. And the transition is not hard to make, guys. It's not hard to make. What companies and organizations are looking for is the knowledge. They are looking for the knowledge. If you have the knowledge, you will be hired, okay? If you have the knowledge with no experience, it's fine. You will still be hired, okay? I don't want the limiting belief to hold you back. It's very possible to attain your goals. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. If you are someone who wants to transition from his or her current job into tech, but you still have some additional questions and you still need some help, then you can join our private Facebook group where you can learn for free. I said it, completely free, 100% free, 20 plus job in IT. All right, we have 20 plus fields in IT where you can learn. You can learn to be a data analyst, a SOC analyst, a business intelligence analyst, DevOps engineer, Scrum Master, project manager, product manager, to be a full stack engineer, web developer, 20 plus fields. So if you are someone who wants to learn and further your career, right, in tech, you can definitely check out our Facebook group and you are welcome to join. Also, if you're someone who wants to get the in-depth training on the IT field you want to transition into, simply text the number shown on your screen. Text mentorship and text the field in IT you want to study. For example, if I want to study DevOps engineering, I would text mentorship slash DevOps. We will make sure we assist you and we'll make sure we give you the proper training until you get a job.